Hey, what's up guys, Mick here. I'm going to be ranking some Offside strats today. So, we have Triple S, we've got Always Does Great, Viable, Meh, and Awful. So, DFA, I'm going to put it in Triple S because in the hands of a capable player, it does so well. It outlasts almost all of these strats on this list, almost all. And yeah, it's just very solid. The big catch though is that it does take a very good player to pull off in the current meta, but I'm still going to put it up there. Dartling Glue, I'm going to put it in Viable. Like, it works. It can work against some players. It's kind of a counter to NFE, which is really like it's very solid at trying to counter NFE, which is a very solid strat on that map, and it also does well against Dart, trying to drain it. Dart Wiz, I mean, why would you go Dart Wiz here? There's literally no point. Dartling Bomb, I'm gonna put it here. I don't know if it deserves to be here, but like, it always puts in a shift. It's kind of one of those like mediocre strats, like you go it, it's not too hard to pull off, and it kind of always, it shows good results most of the time. Dartling Ice, it's just not good enough on this map, as well as Dartling Ninja. You just don't get enough money, and you need a lot of money here. Spac NG. I'm gonna put it in Always Does Great. Like, it always does the job. I don't know, man, because like usually you would go NFE rather than Spac. But I'm still going to put it there because it always does a good shift against most of these strats here. Because you've got to compare them to every other strat on this list, and compared to everything else, it definitely does do well. Heli Ice, well, here's the thing, I'm stuck between Viable and Meh. Because, like, I don't know, man. It's just incredibly hard to pull off on that map. I'm going to put this in Meh, and I'm going to put Heli Village in Viable, I think. Because I think Village is slightly better on this map. Or is it? I don't know, man. I'm actually going to put both of them here. I think... Actually, no, I'm going to put both of them here. I've lied. I'm going to put both of them here. I don't think that Heli is the way to go on this map. We've got NFE. This is the GOAT of the map. This is pretty undisputed the best strat on this map. You can beat it with DFA. But like, you've got to be a very, very top tier player. And I'm kind of basing this on like your average player. I mean, technically this should be here if that's the case, but I'm going to keep it up there anyway. Attack Mortar, it's viable, I suppose. Like, it works. It doesn't really excel at anything. Actually, I think I've kind of got to put it down here. Because it's not better than Heli Ice, I don't think. I think I'll put Heli Ice up here. Yeah, I've changed my mind because Heli Ice is a pretty... It's a decent strat, but you've got to be quite good with it. Attack Wiz is viable. It does work. There's kind of no reason to go attack here, though. Not gonna lie. Wiz Ice... I'm gonna put in... I'm actually gonna put it in Awful on this map. I just don't think it's the right map for it. There's maps for Wiz Ice, and it's just not the right one. Wiz Village, I'm going to put it in Viable, because... actually no, in the current meta it is kind of meh. It will last longer than any other strat on this list, like in a practical game. Like with Dartling Ice, technically that outlasts, but in a practical game, Wiz will, because you just don't get enough money on Offside. So I mean, that's the list. I'm going to quickly explain why each strat is here, just in case you don't understand. So, NFE, it's very, very good at draining strategies. You've got the Engineer for the extra money against the AI, you've got the Ninja for your popping power and your Sabo, which is very useful when going into drain game. You've got DFA, it lasts a long time, it's very good mid game. It's just decent all-round strat, you can't go wrong with it. Dartling Bomb, it's in Always Does Great because, I mean, bomb is just so cheap and it's got very, very good group detection with the bomb. However, it does kind of suffer to BFBs. You've got to get up a BI with this strat, otherwise you will lose. Engineer Spec, there's just no reason to go it beside, like, you might as well go Ninja if you're going NG, but it does work. Main drawback is it doesn't have the Sabo when it enters Drain and you're sending zombies at each other. I think for this reason I could put it in Viable, but I'm going to put it here just in case. Dartling Glue, it does work, but you've got to be quite good with Dartling Glue on this map. I mean, yeah, like, you've got to know what defends what. It's not too difficult to pull off, but I think it's just, it just doesn't last as long as Dartling Bomb, which is why it can't quite make it up here. Attack Whiz, it's not great. Attack Whiz is kind of meant to be quite an aggro strat. You're supposed to not necessarily drain, but you're going to want to try and kill your opponent, and with NG, you're just going to be giving the money if you're sending rushes, so there's just kind of no reason to. That being said, it is quite solid, because like it's got the attack for strong mid-game rushes, it's got the wizard for late game, so... And the ice, you've got to be quite capable to pull off this strat, but if you can, then you're going to last quite a while. In a practical game though, you will probably lose to the strats above, which is why it cannot go any higher, but it will probably beat most of these strats down here. So Dartling Ice and Dartling Ninja, you just simply don't get enough money on this map. You can try pulling off a BIA, but it's going to be very difficult if your opponent knows what they're doing. Heli Village, it's okay, but yet again you need a lot of money. Attack Mortar, it's decent, it just doesn't last very long. And like, it kind of struggles to BFBs. You've got to get down a lot of defense to defend BFBs. And Wiz Village, well, it's okay. Like, in some people's hands, like someone like Salament64, maybe, they can pull it off, but other than him and like a select few others, maybe like T10 All Strats players could, but it's really not ideal, you need a lot of money. Dart Wiz, it just gets outlasted by almost every other strat on this list. And Wiz Ice, it's just not great really, you just need a lot of money, and Village is just better. You're going to be prone to drain, so that was that. I hope you enjoyed, and peace.